Hey guys, in this video we're going to go over some of the best free piano VST instrument plugins you can use to create piano tracks in a digital audio workstation. We've picked 5 VST plugins that can be used with a bunch of different programs, including those from both Windows and Mac, and we'll compare the sound quality we get out of all of them using a few MIDI tracks. For all these tracks, we're comparing them with the same MIDI performance, so there's no difference there. These MIDI performances were created using a combination of the Akai MPK249 MIDI controller and the piano roll in Reaper. The first MIDI clip doesn't have sustain, and the second one has the sustain pedal on, so we can hear how the plugins respond to that as well. Number 5, Iowa Grand Piano. This is a fairly dark sounding piano with a bit of a detuned sound that becomes especially evident in the lower range. This isn't exactly one of my favorite piano plugins. The sound quality out of it is okay, but it gets a little messy, especially with some of the low chords. It can be a little crackly at times as well, which is surprising since this is set up with an ASIO driver that isn't causing any problems with any of the other plugins. There's also an audible hiss when working with the sustain pedal that comes on partway through that we can hear very clearly at the end. As far as controls, it has the typical volume, pan, attack, decay, release, and sustain controls that we'll see on a lot of the free piano plugins. Number 4, DSK The Grand. This plugin is a little better than our previous plugin. Overall though, this piano sounds very electronic and unnatural, but it's a lot cleaner sounding and it can be used as a lightweight piano plugin to practice or to compose music, and it can be swapped out later in the final track if necessary. Once again, we get the attack, decay, sustain, and release controls. There is a volume level, but there is no panning. In addition, we also get a reverb level control, but we can't adjust anything other than how much reverb, so for more control, we can always just add reverb on the track or on a send after. Number 3, Versilian Upright Piano. This is another clean sounding piano plugin, and it's a lot more natural sounding than the Grand that we just looked at. Like the others, this plugin does respond to the sustain pedal, but the sustain knob kind of overpowers it. We once again have our typical attack, sustain, decay, and release controls, and they work really well on this plugin to dial in the sound we want. We've also got the pan and volume and reverb to add just a little bit of space, which I like a little more on this plugin than the previous one. Number 2, Forefront Piano. This is the most basic of the piano VST instrument plugins we're looking at, since it has absolutely no controls. You just put it in the track and that's the sound you get. Obviously after that, things like reverb, volume, panning, and compression can be adjusted with other plugins, but nothing within the plugin itself. This plugin sounds pretty decent on its own and has a pretty full sound to it. I was especially impressed with the lower notes compared to the other plugins we've used. The one problem I have with it is the way it responds to sustain. If the pedal remains pressed down, it keeps sustaining long after a normal piano would have decayed out, leaving a bit of a synth sound until the MIDI resets. So if you're using it, it may be helpful to add a sustain off MIDI event at the end. Number 1, Keyzone Classic. Keyzone Classic by Bitsonic is the best free piano VST plugin we've come across, and if you're going to use any plugins from this video, it should be this one. This is the most natural sounding of the free piano plugins, and it really gives a nice full sound with multiple different pianos actually available within it. We get access to 3 acoustic pianos and 2 electric pianos. For controls, we get attack, decay, sustain, and release. We also get a reverb and volume control. The controls that are different on this piano are the detune and LFO controls. LFO allows us to change pitch, expression, and panning, and we can vary the rate and depth that these controls change at. Thanks for checking out this video on free piano VST instrument plugins for digital audio workstations and MIDI production. If this video helped you out, don't forget to give it a like, subscribe to the channel, and press the bell icon to get notifications whenever a new video is released. You can also check the video description for products featured in this video and social media links.